Hey guys, thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm Rissa Yvonne and I hope you love the content if you are new to the channel. So let's talk about, as you can see in the title, let's talk about the military. So me joining the military, why I did it, what it was like, and all of that good stuff. So if you want to hear about that, stay tuned. So first off, joining the military was something that I already knew I wanted to do. My mom said when I was younger, I always loved watching any movies about military, stuff like that. So growing up, like as I got older, I knew it was something I wanted to do. I didn't do it for a certain reason. You have people that do it for school, to travel, to get stability, a lot of different reasons. I didn't have a reason, I just knew it was something that I wanted to do. So a couple years after I graduated, you know, I was just working like a normal person or whatnot, and I had a friend that joined the military. So when she told me she did, she was like, well, would you want to join the military? And I'm like, yeah, why not? You know, it's something that I wanted to do or whatnot. So she was like, I'll introduce you to my recruiter. Okay, cool. So I met her recruiter. I did the little mock test or whatever, little mock ASVAB or whatnot. I don't remember what I scored. So first and foremost, I've been in the Navy for 8 years. I should have said that in the beginning. I've been in 8 years, so it's been a while. You know, it's a good chunk of time to be in. But I took it, and then he was just kind of like, you know how if you're not in the military, then you will not know. Like recruiters, you know, they have a quota to meet. There's certain stuff that they need to do, you know, just like anybody else who's like law enforcement. They got a quota to meet, stuff like that. So he was kind of like, you know, well, would you be interested? Do you want to, you know, come to my office and talk about it? Like, would you like to join the military? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, so what do you want to do? I was like, I already know I want to join. I was just waiting to meet you. So basically I made his life easy. Like I made it easy for him because I already knew I wanted to go, all that good stuff. Fast forward, went to his recruiting station, his office, did everything that I needed to do. You know, of course they take your way, you run your 1.5 miles, well, for the Navy, and you do all of that stuff, sign all your paperwork and all this stuff. And I actually did not tell my parents. I did not tell them at all until everything was said and done, because I knew how my mom was gonna react. I did tell my grandma. She was like my best friend. My grandma was my best friend, so I could tell her anything. So I did tell her about it. She was super excited, super happy for me. So finally, after I did everything that I needed to do, sign my papers, all that good stuff, then I told my mom. Because then I went to the DEP program, and it's a delayed entry program. It's just where like you wait until it's your time to go to boot camp till you ship out. So you work out together, and we had like barbecues. We did a lot of stuff together and whatnot. So it's basically a kind of touch bases, check in, you learn more about military stuff, you know, and then there's new people coming in, you help teach them, all that good stuff. So finally, when everything was said and done, I told my mom, and I told him, I was like, okay, now you can meet my mom. So I was already 18, so you know, he didn't have to meet her. So whenever I took her to meet, well, I took him to meet her, I made sure she was at work. We showed up at her job. So I knew she wasn't gonna act a fool at work, so that's where I did it. I went up there and I was like, hey mom, and she was looking at me crazy like, who is this? I was like, so this is my recruiter, I joined the Navy. And she was like, what? And she was like, no, you're not going. I was like, it's already laid out, I did everything, I signed my paperwork, I'm in the DEP program, it is what it is, this is when I ship out. She was feeling some type of way, you know, she was sad and all that good stuff. At this point, I did not know anybody in my family that had went to the military. I have one cousin who is in the Army. So yeah, so there's 2 of us. So at this point, it was just kind of like her finally getting used to it and all that stuff, the fact that I'm gonna go. It wasn't realistic. Fast forward a couple months, I was in the delayed entry program, and my date got changed 5 times to go to boot camp. Like there was a girl ahead of me that was supposed to go, and I wanted them to switch and let me go first, but they wouldn't. And I was like, she's not gonna make it, she's not gonna make it. She was like a real sensitive person, and I was just like, she's not gonna make it. So excuse the noise in the background. If you hear anything, it's Nyla playing. You know, we got hardwood floor. So she left, she shipped out or whatever, came back like 3 weeks later. She couldn't do it, couldn't make it. I don't know what the case was. So I waited, and my date changed like 5 times because they had to let this girl go first because she joined before me. So it was crazy. It was crazy. But I was actually in debt for 18 months. So once I signed everything, I was there for another 1.5 years. So I could have been in the Navy 9.5 years by now. But it's okay, it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. But that was the reason for me. You know, I went, I didn't have a reason to go, and I actually like it. I actually like it. You know, I went to boot camp. Boot camp was okay. It was, while we were there, you know, when you're in the situation, it seems bad, but towards the end it started getting better. It wasn't so bad. A school, for those of y'all that don't know, it's a school that you go to for your job. That was okay. It wasn't bad. My school wasn't too long or anything. And then I got to my first duty station in San Diego. San Diego is amazing. That's where I met Jay at. And those of y'all that are new to the channel, that is my wife. And I met her in San Diego, where she's from. And I was there for 5 years. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Which is why I'm trying to go back. And yeah, so story of my life. That's why I joined the military. I didn't do it for a reason or anything else. And if you want to hear about experiences I've had and all this stuff, the stuff that I can tell you, I will tell you in another video. This is just something different that I decided to do because, you know, it's my life. So it's kind of like a life update on what I do or my job or something like that. So I did not say that I am a quartermaster in the Navy, which is QM. So I'm navigation. So yeah, that's what I do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talking about the military is nice. You know, I don't like to talk about it too much. If I'm not at work, I like to just live my life. You know, a lot of people don't like to talk about work when they're not there, and I'm one of those people. But I want to share with you guys what I do on a daily basis, like what my job consists of. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want more like this, let me know. And if you have any questions about why I joined, you know, how DEP was and all this stuff, I can answer those. I can't answer everything. So I'm not a recruiter, so I don't have all the answers to everything for you. But the stuff that I do know, I can answer for you. So just let me know if you have any questions. Leave it all down below, and I'll tell you all about the traveling and all that stuff in another video. But until next time, guys, I'll see ya.